Self-defense myth 41. Knowing something is better than knowing nothing. What I mean by this is, there are certain people who have spoken to me about, oh, yeah, our kid's going to be a killer because I've just signed them up for this martial arts class, or I've just put them in that martial arts class, and then I've said, well, if you're doing it for the discipline that martial arts will give children, then yeah, that's great. If you're doing it for the fitness level that anyone can get, that's great. If you're doing it for being able to have a scrap, not so much. So this kind of is on the same territory as the myth of a trained fight will always beat an untrained fighter. It is sometimes better to go into a situation where you haven't really trained in anything, but you know how to make a fist and you know how to throw a fist. That will save you better than if you've done a year of Aikido and you try to put an Aikido wrist lock on someone in a real fight. Because if you're chasing that wrist lock that you're not going to get, while you're chasing that wrist lock, the other guy's just going to clobber you. If you're trying to chase the big, rear heel kick from Taekwondo that you're probably not going to get, while you're trying to chase that, their mates just tackle you and hit you from behind, and you're done for. So it's not always better to be trained in something if that something does not work. Sometimes as well, there are people who their confidence has grown immeasurably because they've done a martial art, and they're like, yeah, really doing well, class champion at my belt grade, really, really great. Within the confines of that martial art, they're doing really, really well. They then get into a situation where usually they would go, I can see this going south, we need to leave now. And they go, nope, we don't need to leave because I've done some training, I can handle this. And then they end up getting their heads clobbered. The video I did recently about the Chester Uni MMA club getting their asses handed to them in a bar fight. If they hadn't trained MMA and they didn't know anything, they probably would have gone, probably best if we don't get involved, to be honest. But because they trained in something, they got involved. And I'm not saying MMA doesn't work. I've done the MMA video to explain what I mean by all this. But just because you've trained in something, sometimes it can be detrimental. If you get the guys who do the no-touch knockouts, where they go, and everyone goes like they've just been shot. So if that guy hadn't trained and he got into a fight, he'd go, oh, fuck this, I'm out of here. But because he has trained in that, he's going to start going, oh, and someone's going to take his fucking head off, and rightfully so. So just because you train in something doesn't automatically mean it's better than having not trained in anything at all. Knowing something that doesn't work is worse than not knowing anything at all. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, please leave a comment. If there's anything you would like me to review and go over, please do let me know. I'm quite open to anything you'd like me to look at, books, DVDs, martial arts themselves, martial artists, anything at all, I'll have a look at and I'll be honest with you. Like, share, subscribe, train hard, train smart, stay safe.